Hi, I'm Chris Beveridge, and today I'm very quickly going to run through 8 key considerations that will assist your organisation in helping you to manage and maintain your customer, guest and employee data in line with existing regulatory requirements, but also to help you avoid any future reputational damage or financial sanction if something was to go wrong in this area, especially as you look to return to work and reopen your businesses. Firstly, accountability. The hospitality industry collects and processes a significant amount of personal data. In fact, this data is in many ways the biggest asset that you will own, and it is therefore vital that you look after this information. As a result, hospitality organisations should be fully aware of the requirements surrounding data protection and the organisational responsibilities that this brings with it. One of the key principles within data protection regulation and a core focus of the UK regulator is accountability. Does your organisation have a focal point of contact that has overall responsibility for compliance with data protection regulation, and are they able to actually evidence this? Some key indicators of good control environment include having a strong suite of policies and procedures in place which are ingrained into business as usual, but then the hardest part is to maintain what has been developed today. Secondly, is your organisation comfortable that they know what information they are holding and what they are doing with it? Has this been documented formally? A lot of regulatory based issues stem from the fact that an organisation does not have a full understanding of the information that is being collected and the resulting data flows. So it really is imperative that your organisation has a full understanding of this. The third consideration relates to third-party exposure. This can be linked to the last point made around understanding your data flows. However, does your organisation have full visibility of when any information collected is subsequently transferred to a third party? Data regulation requires any organisation to have to understand this exposure in order to mitigate against the risk accordingly, or perform the relevant due diligence at inception of the third-party relationship. Fourthly, Brexit. Has this had an impact on your organisation in relation to some of your data processing activities? In essence, is your organisation exposed to receiving personal data from the European Union? It is important that your organisation has visibility on such scenarios, as safeguards will potentially need to be put in place at the end of June this year if the UK do not receive the required permissions to continue receiving information from the European Union. From a UK regulatory perspective, nothing really changes. The outgoing EU GDPR has been replaced by the UK GDPR, or the Data Protection Act 2018, where they are pretty much a duplication of each other. Our fifth consideration concerns international data transfers outside of the EU. This is a very topical area currently due to recent global regulatory change. Is your organisation comfortable that you have full visibility on where your organisation may be exposed to international data transfers? Any exposures will absolutely need to be safeguarded against in line with regulatory requirements. This will potentially have an impact on existing contracts with third parties. So it's important that your organisation has durable procedures in place to firstly identify the exposures and then to address the corresponding data transfer risk. Our next consideration concerns data collection. We know that data collection within the hospitality sector is significant, but how is your organisation actually undertaking this? And is this in line with regulatory requirements? Consideration should be given to general data collection techniques, i.e. information collected from guests when booking reservations or upon hotel arrivals, but also now consideration needs to be given to the new world we live in and any information that may be collected directly in response to the pandemic. There are a number of principles to consider here. Firstly, data minimization. Are you only collecting information to fulfill the specific purpose and nothing more? Are your data subjects adequately informed of the reasons why you are collecting information? Are you being transparent with them? And are you comfortable that you're using the collected information in line with this? Our penultimate consideration concerns marketing strategy. Given the unfortunate scenario that we've had to go through for the last 12 months, it's almost certain, and particularly within the hospitality sector, that the marketing strategies may be a little more aggressive as organisations try to find ways to increase their revenues. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this, but I can't stress enough how important it is that your organisation has a robust consent management framework in place to do this. Are you comfortable that you have the right consents in place before sending any marketing communications out to your individuals? And have you recorded this so that you have the evidence trail in place? It's important that your marketing departments fully understand the ramifications of getting something like this wrong from a regulatory standpoint. This could easily end in financial sanction if dealt with incorrectly. The last of our considerations, but in many ways the most important, relates to training and awareness. Think about the individuals coming back from furlough or new starters in addition to existing workforce. For those that are exposed to personal data in their day-to-day roles, it's so important that individuals are aware of what they can and what they can't do, not just from a regulatory perspective, but also specifically into what they are doing on a day-to-day basis. A data breach incident is usually down to individual error, and therefore it's important that a strong data protection training and awareness environment is in place. Thanks for listening. I wish all of your organisations an enjoyable return to work, and I wish you all the best for a really successful remainder of 2021 and beyond.